Hello. What's good, everybody? It is Thursday night, and I am ready to get back into one of my all-time favorites, Only Murders in the Building, and I can't wait to get into it with two of my favorites. We got the one, the only Phantom D. Saint in the house. What's good tonight, brother?
Yo, it's good, everyone. Good enough reveal. Good enough reveal.
Oh my God, we're about to get into some things about some things. I can't wait to talk about it. Only Murders in the Building. Also, can't wait to talk about it with AK watching you. How we doing tonight?
I'm here, man. I'm here. A little sickly, but that's okay.
Hopefully we can make it feel a little bit better. Don't forget, everybody who chimes into this real quick, we are doing the trivia at the end of this, so see what you know and remember about this one. And I have to say, this is one of the probably deepest dives into trivia I've ever done. I think I made these questions too tough today, but we will see.
You just made me very glad that I stopped and rewound and paused on things that I paused on to take notes this time.
It's a deep dive. We're going to get into it. Only Murders in the Building, Season 4, Episode 6. This one's called The Blow Up. And this week opens with Tawny giving a little lesson on how cameras convey the truth. And when you saw her in that orange jumper, what's up, Phantom? Did you think she was shooting this from jail? Uh-oh, we lost him.
Where did he go?
I don't know. He fell out. Here we go.
Hey, I got sniped.
Somebody took him out.
Miss Minute still coming through running fades on you.
One of the Westies got him. Oh man, we back. What's up, Phantom? When you saw her in the beginning, did you think that when she was in that orange jumpsuit, she was shooting that scene from jail?
Hell no. If it was Jen, maybe. But her, nah. Misdirect. I knew for a fact she was going to be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought for sure that they would. What's up? I see out there. We got Jay Cruz in the house. What's up, LK? Oh, you were right, and we were going to talk about some things. I can't wait to get into it. I typed into these guys right after it was over. I was like, oh, you already know if this happens, then this is it.
But as the episode progressed, it seemed, I would say like they were weird, but based
they were
on
weird.
the costume choices, yeah. He definitely wasn't it. He probably just like took that from somewhere. Apparently I was right.
What's that? On what?
I just assumed that she probably like took it from an actual inmate, and lucky and behold, we find out that it was a type of like it was in a yard sale or something. She got it from an actual like inmate or something.
Got what?
The jumpsuit.
Oh, the one. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, exactly. I thought she was actually. I thought they had gotten arrested for this murder and they were shooting it from jail, but I never thought that they were guilty. And yeah, Jake,
how do they shoot from jail?
Oh, because they're Hollywood and they have money and they can put money in pockets and get away with it.
Yeah. Have you seen the amount of live streams and stuff that come from jail? What do you mean? That's very possible.
They could figure it out. Get a phone in there, sneak in an iPhone.
Right, and these are just dudes that are in there doing random time for a couple years. These chicks have money. They could have a whole production in there if they want it.
Then again, then Martha Stewart do it in jail or something. Stream.
Absolutely. Oh, he said failed this week. He said, I totally thought it was jail. See, I was thinking the same. I thought that. I was like, they got him. They put him in jail, but they got the wrong ones. But yeah, I thought she was. How'd you like the cinematic way this episode was shot, AK?
I thought it was very interesting. It was very interesting. The different camera angle switches were pretty cool, actually. I kind of liked the vibe. I don't think I would want to see it long term, but it worked here.
Oh, for something different and a twist, and for as long as this, I mean, I thought it was a great little twist and switch, and I absolutely love this episode. How about you, Phantom? What'd you think of it?
I'm just happy it wasn't through Charles, because if so, he would just been like filming himself.
Just an ear hole, maybe the entire time.
Oh,
speaking of cinematic, were they cinematic or just nut jobs? Because the dressing up as crows and pecking their sandwiches in the high school lunchroom was just above and beyond. Like talking about, we don't understand why we didn't fit in. Are you kidding me? These two.
I'm saying, like, when you looked at that scene, like there were kids that were actually contemplating going over to sit with them, because you see some random shit, you're gonna be curious. First of all, but then they started doing the fucking pecking noises and shit, and they were like, "Okay, yeah, no, that's we good." And they both turned around and went and sat someplace else. Y'all were freaking weird. Okay, I understand the vibe. I was a theater kid myself. Okay, we didn't do that shit though.
Oh, I love weird. That was a whole nother level. That was on their own thing.
Right, weird is okay. They are beyond.
Then we finally see him, the man, the myth, the legend, Professor Dudenoff in the flesh, inspiring the girls early on in their career as film directors. And then flash back to present time, and we see it was Howard who shouted, "They've been shot." And the they he was talking about were the Olivers. And I didn't even know. I had to be told. Did you guys realize when they did the film thing and they were like right behind the Hulu presentation and all that, it was like the silvery tinsel?
Wait, what?
No. Where
Yeah,
did you see tinsel?
exactly. I had to be told about it. I didn't even notice it. I was like, wait, what? At the very beginning, when it's like that flash, I thought it was just like an old school like backdrop or whatever flash thing. But no, if you really look into it, it's the tinsel stuff leaning down. I'm like, is that gonna be their nod to why there was tinsel in it? Like that's
What? Wait, in the beginning, where?
in the opening credits. You got to go back and watch the opening.
Oh, it's in the opening credits. Okay.
And like when it's saying like a Hulu presentation, like brought to you or whatever, like it fades into that like old schooly like camera, and then
I see now. I see. Okay, the silver background. Yeah, it's actually tinsel. Now that I'm looking at it, and you've told me that, yeah. Okay, I see it now. Very interesting.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I found a thing in the credits this time, but it was easy, so I can't really be that happy about it.
Yeah.
He said
The camera
have
on
a
the roof.
in jail. He could.
He might. He probably do.
Oh, I think it was really clever to switch it up. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do the whole season of it, but I thought it was awesome to watch. Definitely give him props for not caring about it. Yeah, absolutely. Get your freak on. I ain't mad at you.
Strange to Watch is exactly right because these chicks got issues.
Well, after LK opened our eyes last week about Glenn Stubbins not thinking that was Maple, but indeed recognizing that it was Marshall, but now he has a beard on, made me think. And right after that, I wrote into these two. Right after that, I was like, if it ends up being Glenn Stubbins that was shot, then we guaranteed know that it's Marshall who shoots him, and not let it ever be known that he knows him. He doesn't want anybody to know that he knows him for some reason. And like we did see some barbells on like one of his shelves at home when they were flashing through. So I don't know. Did maybe Marshall used to be a stuntman fandom?
Yeah, possibly.
But
and it's like a connection to
Sav,
the writer.
Oh yeah. That's supposed
to miraculously during that meeting, like slipped onto like papers.
But and if you notice,
so I'm like, what was he? Why he did that purposely?
Exactly. And you know why he did that purposely, because if you look in the scene before, he is nowhere to be found. You don't see Marshall anywhere in there. And then all of a sudden, when they go upstairs, they like have him make this big scene. She's like, oh, annoying. Yeah, you did that big scene just to be like, hey, I'm here with everybody. Been here the whole time. Don't notice me. Don't think of me. That was a total.
He's sus, man. I don't know exactly what it is. I might be wrong with the triplets theory, but it's something about him. He's sus.
Marshall is kind of clumsy for a stuntman. No, he's perfect as a stuntman.
No, he's not. He's perfect.
And
for the character that they have him playing, he's very perfect because whenever little things happen, you'll see when they interact with him, he like will repeat like, oh wait, so they could be the suspects. Interesting. I should have seen that coming. All that little stuff that is very calculated. That's not just by happenstance.
Yeah, clumsy is totally an act. He's strong. Like I said, we see his weight, so he's working out. He's already told us he has like 20/10 vision, so he's basically got like X-ray vision. Like this guy's
he don't need them glasses. The beard is ridiculous. Yeah.
At this point, my two main suspects are Marshall and, of course, Howard. Like Marshall was the only one other than Tawny not seen at the time of the shooting, and then they just slip him into that next scene, making that big production of him tripping, like knocking over the bunch of folders. Of course, like, oh yeah, I've been here with everybody the whole time. Like I said, just another face in the crowd. Like, no, you have not. And why were you more nervous about people coming up to you for rewrites more than being suspected for murder? Like, is that maybe because you're not even a real writer and you couldn't rewrite a scene with a gun to your head? Like, is this yet another clue that he stole this script and in no way, shape, or form wrote it himself?
Which is why he feels the need to hide himself in that disguise. Because otherwise, why do you need to put that mask on?
He's a fraud, and he knows
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he told us right out of the gate last episode, right in the beginning, he's a fraud. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what's up. You agree with that fandom? Are you on that page? What do you think?
I also think he's a writer, though.
You
Just a
think he
shitty
is a
one.
wrty?
Yeah, just a shitty
Yeah.
one. That's why I wish we saw some of the clips in the stand-up that he did, but nope, they didn't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't think he's a writer at all. Howard is obviously just like a murdering psychopath. Like he's obviously in on this in some way, shape, or form.
Man,
Like
leave Howard alone.
we saw the golf cart on Saz's desk talking about long game. He's the one that's been here from day one. He's the one in the opening credits. Then we have Howard recording a podcast talking about how pigs can be caddies. He's tied into it all, son. He is.
He's been trying to jump in to the podcast business for how long, and now he's totally used this as his id. Now he's walking around filming with a camera, has a damn dog with a camera now. There's a lot to be said there, I think.
100%. Yeah, it's Howard and Marshall. They're the two murderers, and there's going to be a third one. That's why, like I said last episode, that's why Charles has 3 murder boards, because there's going to be 3 murders. Another thing that's kind of random, have you noticed like the people that have been getting sniped, they're the extras. Like we got Saz, Charles's extra's been sniped out. Now we got somebody going after Glenn Stubbins. I mean, what's up? Is Ava Longoria going to be next? If Ava's the next one out, then we know for sure, like, they're not going after the trio. They're going after the trio's extras. And why?
Actually, does she know the password, the hell password?
Who?
Eva Longoria.
Eva Longoria?
I don't know if
she might.
Went in the apartment. If so, she could be. There's only a few people that know that password.
Okay, but she wasn't standing like right next to Mabel when Mabel put the password in. They were far enough away to where, for the angle that she would have been looking, she wouldn't have been able to see what she was pressing.
Okay.
Why does it have to be that apartment at this point? Because as we just saw, they told Vince's lying ass with Patches moving eyeball to eyeball and going around and talking about shit.
Right.
And he told us that his apartment window doesn't open up. And now
I was saying the same thing. He just casually opened that shit. I'm like,
he's like, help me open up my window. Wait a minute. You told me you
and how does your diseased eye jump? That is unheard of, sir. That's not how that works.
Ain't nothing but a liar. I hate to jump on my bandwagon. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, but the ending's telling me it's titled something. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
It makes sense, man. It would make sense.
I'm gonna come with me before it's over. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get all y'all on my side before it's over. 100% pigs can be caddies. Let's go. The script seems to nail Charles to his core, like with plenty of complexity. How would Marshall be able to write that in depth about Charles and his personality without ever meeting him?
Because he has cameras in his room.
You think he's the one that has the cameras in there? It could be.
Possibly. Or he knows who has them and they're working together.
He's talking to somebody, 100%. He's talking to somebody that knew him that tight. And now Saz, I don't know though, because Saz, however, would know everything there is to know about Charles. Like she could absolutely write out and suss out the real him. So is Saz the one who wrote this script? Like I said, like I said that last episode. What if she wrote it? Oh boy, killed her, stole the script, and that's what Saz was going to call Bev about. Was I got something to tell you about your show?
I don't think he would have had to kill her to get the credit, because while Saz may have been working on this, being that front and center on something just isn't Saz's style. She would be fine, I think, with him a literal beard being the person that has to actually go up and talk to the people and be frontline on this while she moves things behind the scenes. That wouldn't be something she would need to be killed over, which I'm still subscribing a little bit that Saz might still be alive, because the topsy-turvy that was going on in this whole episode it's a lot of things in the game now.
I love
for a second I almost thought so, then I'm like, okay, no, she is dead.
Saz is extra. Look, if there's one word to describe her, it's extra. She would absolutely make this whole ass production just for Charles to be doing something extra. Just say.
At the photo shoot, Stubbins is shot but alive, and Zach has been shot in his fat from the ricochet. Somehow, Oliver, who can seemingly just walk through rain and not get wet, makes it through without so much as a scratch. Like, I don't know. And
Wait, is Stubbins dead or no?
no, he's just been shot.
No.
He's alive though.
He's in a coma, I believe.
I don't even know that he's in a coma. He's just shot. But yeah. But that he's a stunt man. I mean, this man has been shot and had fake blood. He's from Hollywood. Could this whole thing have not have just been staged?
No. From that one comment, I don't think it's staged.
From what one comment?
Oh, that he saw the rioter. His name Marshall?
Oh, Marshall. So you really think Marshall killed? I think like that's Marshall killed him. Like that could be, or him and Marshall are working together and they staged this like a stuntman prop. Like they flashed around and it was pretty jumpy. Did the lights go off or something? Like who knows? So yeah,
the way they cut the scene, it seemed like the lights had gone out.
Yeah, I mean, if he went down and just put it out, and how are so many people like just running? Like, isn't it illegal to leave the scene of a crime? I'm pretty sure the cops would want to interview everybody that was there. How's everybody just running away? Like, oh yeah, we're out.
What do you mean? There was a gunshot. You would have run, DJ? Like, come on now, get out of here.
No. See, you're forgetting again. These are New Yorkers that are the fucking extras that are on here working on this damn production. We hear gunshots, we get out of Dodge. Ain't nobody worried about sticking around.
Don't defend DJ now.
What do you mean?
You're gonna let a gunshot happen
snipe you
and you would not run?
Yeah, I mean that shot came through the window. You're gonna run outside and be an even more of a target.
I'm going to run away from the area to where I am out of sight.
Well, yeah, into a back room or something, but I'm not going outside where the shot came from.
Look, see, well, okay, so right there, you're how to push babies and old ladies to get out the way.
Oh, I know it bounced off the plate in his head. That's what.
Yeah,
they
bounced
said.
off the plate in his head and hit homeboy in his fat, which is just why not just say your fucking arm or your leg or something, just directly in your fat, really.
He said it's in my fat, but again, like if it was set up, Stubbins could have acted like he had a shot in his head with fake blood or whatever, and he could have shot Zach in his fat. He could have been the one that hit him, like just with a short range little whatever, not even a gun, but something that would act like a gun but not kill him. So yeah, we don't know. I mean, this is Hollywood with props and shit. I don't know. I'm not trusting nothing.
Hold on. Quick question though. You said like if Ava Longoria gets hit next, then it shows that they would be going after the extras. Mm-hmm. But Saz, are you counting Saz as an extra? Because they haven't done anything to Eugene Levy yet, right?
No, but Eugene is the new extra. Like it was basically they took out Saz. Now they're basically both of Oliver's got hit. Both extra Olivers got hit. I mean, if Ava's next,
I thought Saz was in. Was Saz in there? Just to be playing Charles? She
was always Charles's extra.
Well, I don't know. She was the stunt man. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I'm not counting the stunt man as extras.
Oh, yeah.
Those aren't the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a stand-in either way. So I mean, kind of. But I mean, this movie is based on these movies aren't extras. Like that's actually them playing them. They're the stars.
That's them playing that, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it wouldn't fit if that's what's going on with Saz because Saz wasn't actually cast to play him.
That's true. So yeah, I guess it could be Eugene Levy or Ava. If Eugene Levy or Ava gets hit next, though, then that theory is definitely
next. If one of them comes up next, then that definitely solidifies it.
Never having been to New York, it felt kind of fake having a cab parked right outside for the crew to jump right into. Like, don't you usually have to hail a cab? Isn't it really not?
That wasn't a cab. Wasn't Charles driving?
That was at the end when they left, not at the beginning. No, they're all three were in the back.
Oh yeah, at the beginning. Okay. Yeah.
No, that was
in that part of Manhattan. Actually, yeah, you can do that.
There'd be one just parked out waiting for somebody like that. I
yes.
know that just seemed weird to me. And again,
it's in a luxury apartment.
Everybody freaking out about what just happened. And like, although he fake fainted at the photo shoot when it happened, now he's just as calm and collected as can be. Like Howard just totally chilling, like getting all this on film, going as far to like put himself in a close up saying, they're all the target. Tell me that's not the killer telling you what's happening. Like, this man is definitely the killer. Like, how long until we find out that that's how Dudenoff died and how Howard can afford to live in the Arconia? We're just going to find out, like, he's the one hanging out at the bodega cashing all these rent checks.
2 seasons. They gonna milk that. If that is the long game, they will milk that until the end.
I'm telling you, Howard up there, he's got a bodega nobody knows about. That's how he's getting paid. Like, how did you think I afforded my apartment? Are you kidding me?
Because
Also,
exactly what work does he do? Nothing.
Yeah. And did you notice that little pause Howard had while talking? He said he was never told to stop filming by the brother sisters. The fuck you mean like no.
Because he had to correct himself real quick. He couldn't let them know that he knew who Dudenoff was.
I'm telling you, that was a clue right there. That stall, that stutter, as small as it was, that told me everything I needed to know. Yeah, that man is guilty. I think Saz knew someone was trying to kill Charles. That's why she dressed like him, to protect him. She always kind of did.
That was kind of their dynamic, because she was the stunt dude.
Was Zach an accident though? Was it?
Was it? Yeah, I don't know. There's not enough evidence there.
Howard is
I'll say that's inconclusive.
We're definitely.
What, did she dressed up like him that day? Did she die?
She always dressed like him though.
Yeah, because they're in, even just outside of work. Her outfits always kind of seemed like they should be his too.
I think that she probably knew he was gonna die based on how she wrote tap out. Excuse me.
She said she heard it over the ham radio. People were talking about killing him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, she was onto something. We're definitely going to find out that it was not the brother sisters who told them that. Like, it's the same one who told the sisters to never stop rolling. I'm guessing Howard was obviously a student of Dudenoff's, and Dudenoff probably told him that he didn't have what it takes to make it. So Howard killed him, saying no one's going to thwart my dreams of making it big, and probably just did a quick little toe point and murked the poor bastard.
Toe point. That's hilarious. That I mean, I'll give you the toe point. It probably happened once the job was done. But for Dudenoff, I want to say it wasn't that he told him he couldn't do it, but that he wouldn't give him the attention that he gave the brother sisters. And I think that's the type of recognition he was looking for, and Dudenoff wasn't giving it to him.
So that's why he murked him.
So that's why he went nuts and murked them and started this whole
Howard's ridiculousness. There we go. There's another one. There's another one on board. 100%. I'm telling you. Then he instantly says he's quitting the brother sisters and now is back working for them. He said if anything happens to them, the film footage would be evidence for the police. The cops are never going to see this footage. This is just going to be his own little personal murder archives.
It's no, he's going to make something out of it. That's going to be put into the mainstream. I don't know what, but that's what he was setting up right there.
It was Howard. Oh,
he was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." He's pulling his best Thanos with a toe point.
Oh, but all's not lost, because in the very next scene we get an Uma sighting. Like, this is not the happy crew. Like, she's not happy that the crew have turned the living situation in the Arconia upside down. Like, they're even having cameras installed, which really irks Uma, because now her klepto ass is going to be like, have to get a lot craftier to be stealing from everybody all the time.
I just gotta say, I needed that dose of Uma.
Oh my god!
In my life, bro. She just came in at the right time. You can't even cut a fart or something without camera seeing you. She is that old lady in the hood that would be sitting on the porch yelling at all the kids for no damn reason.
Okay, thinks it was one of the Westies that killed Dudenoff. It could have been Rudy and Vince killed him because they wanted to off him and keep the money for themselves and run this little scheme that's going on.
I mean, how would they benefit from that? Because they were the only ones that were in on it. They're not making any type of money off of each other. I mean, they have a place to raise the prize pigs, I guess, until they're ready to turn them into ham. But that just seems really dumb.
Something. If Tolbert's he is on this Tolbert train.
If Tolbert's leave Tolbert alone, Jake. The man ain't even showed his face.
Oh man,
season.
Then we get what's usually the best part of the episode, but unless I missed a smaller one, like the Easter egg was just blatant as hell. Like, did I miss something else, fandom, or was that it?
For what again?
For the opening credit?
The opening
Yeah,
credits.
that was just that. Unless you saw something else.
I mean, other than that tinsel and the thing, maybe that was it. The way they flashed
Yeah,
that
the tinsel thing, I didn't notice that, but the whole film camera, then that was simple.
That's a big old movie camera on the road.
The tinsel, I don't think had anything to do with it because it wasn't officially part of the opening sequence. I did notice the camera like right away, so I also looked like 2 or 3 times to make sure there was nothing else because that just seemed too easy for me because I can usually never find those things, but that one jumped right out.
That was worse than a big ham in the window. I mean, that was just in your face. As we come back in, Oliver admits he's a little extra snappy because he almost died today. And then it truly dawned on him. He almost died today. Like, this is the straw that gets him to finally man up and call Loretta to tell her how he really feels. Uh-oh. Then my guy Charles hands his angsty friend a nice glass of bourbon to help him calm the nerves. And did you see Howard's little snake in the grass ass trying to reach out and grab it like it was for him? He said, "Oh,
and why did he focus in on the glass and like particular? Not even the glass. I think it's particularly Charles's hands that he was looking at. Why are you obsessed with this dude, young man? That just seemed weird. And yeah, why the hell would he be offering you any type of liquids at all?
Okay, thinks we're gonna get some camera footage from the bodega where the checks are cashed. That would be something, like one way or the other. But yeah, Howard did it. It was Howard all along. They get a knock at the door and start to lose it, but luckily it's only Detective Williams. And you're right, Jake. She definitely needs her own spinoff on Hulu because I would be all over for it. That'd be dope.
Been saying that all season.
But she is not happy. She said, "I had one request. You had one job to do. Do not let her sexy fuckable baklava get hurt." Oliver rebutted, "But someone's trying to kill us." She's like, "As someone who's wanted to kill you for the last 3 years, I understand."
I can relate.
Howard gets that rude. Dude, Howard's little extra lines in this show were everything. Like, he was, oh my God. Dude, if you didn't have it on subtitles and miss some of those, you need to go back.
Go back and watch with the subtitles.
Everything. Like, Howard was
What did she call him? What was it? Zach Galifianus or something or other?
Galifianakis. Oh yeah.
They had one job and make sure you would just not die.
How were they supposed to do that though? They are not bodyguards.
Hey, like
come on, man.
The woman gave you one job. You have one job.
A job that none of them are qualified for. She know that.
I was not cracking up about the fact that someone has been spying on our crew unbeknownst to anyone. Like, that ain't cool. People need their private spaces. How long has this been going on? Like, we need some answers on this.
I'm gonna say it's been from the beginning.
From
like
Jump Street.
I said, this is about a long game.
Howard's been there from Jump Street. Speaking of people, it seems like Charles's ex has been spotted. For some reason, the department does want Detective Williams to help with that case. So why not the Arconia murders? Like, is someone on the force still involved, fandom?
Didn't they say the FBI is on that one though?
Yes. It was traded up. So yeah. That's why she was taken off the case.
Which I'm surprised we haven't had no character from the FBI looking into this case.
Or we haven't met any of them yet. Yeah.
Our
turn to kill Charles, the motive Charles stealing Evelyn's legs from the freezer. Or just Charles being Oliver's best friend and he wants that role. He's a psychopath and he wants to be Oliver's best friend.
When did he steal the legs from the freezer?
When he broke it off, when they went to go look for clues, when they went up to his apartment.
Okay, no, that wouldn't be that's a new activity that happened. Now that wouldn't be the reason.
That was hilarious. Oh my God. It was sweet. It was a sweet gesture for Williams to steal Zaz's remains and give them to Charles. He said, "I'll add them to the rest in the mason jar." Like, he's so morbid and weird. This guy's awkward as hell.
That's very.
Also morbid is Howard trying to film all this. Like, he even laid it down on Charles. Like, "Oh, sure, you make content out of other people's grief, but yeah, I'll turn the camera off in your time of woe." Did you think like Howard was fully aware that the camera was still on when he put it down, fandom?
Of course.
He knew he was still recording?
Mm-hmm. Look at how Howard or Oliver?
Howard, he was the one recording, and he got yelled at to put the camera, turn the camera
Yeah.
off, and he just dropped
Oh
it.
yeah, most definitely.
That's why I think when her face came up, she was still looking at the camera after it dropped, because she noticed that like right away.
Prison escapes as federal, not murderous. Yeah, absolutely. We got Jake going on. He's like, I'm already watching. They missed too much. I'm telling you, I went deep. There was every 30 seconds something huge going on.
There was something, yeah.
But speaking of like something I was just thinking of later, I don't even think I wrote on, but we already saw like Oliver say, I'm gonna go grab my camera, and then Howard's like retro, because he finds out, he goes, is it digital or VHS? He's like VHS,
He said,
whatever, and he's like retro.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we find out that these new people aren't on 4HD or whatever, or 1080. They're all doing it on 720. Wouldn't it be something older school, like somebody that was on older school tech, like Oliver? Is Oliver the murderer in all this?
Was that what that reference was? I thought it was. Hold on, do I still have the episode up? Let me scroll for. I thought it was. We don't do 720.
Yeah,
I thought they were saying they didn't do that because there's higher levels that I think they would be filming at.
And then Howard asked Oliver specifically, "Are you in digital?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I'm old school." He's like,
VHS, oh. Yeah.
So he's got the VHS that wouldn't even be able to do the 1080 or higher. So it would have to do like 720 would be the highest resolution it would be able to have. So is that
no? I don't even think they would. I don't think they would get to that high. I think if it was VHS from the era we're thinking of with Dudenoff, then they wouldn't be able to get higher than 480p. Which actually makes sense, because at the end of the episode, when that camera is clearly showing them, it looks a bit blurry as they're moving. And 480, yeah, you can see it, but you can definitely still tell that the screen is blurry. 720 would look very clear.
I don't know. Maybe that's what they're saying. They're like, hey, he's got this older tech. Maybe it's
an old school.
Like yeah. And they also made another old thing, like when he was talking about rollover minutes, and Mabel's like, that hasn't been a thing for 15 years. He's like, oh, I've been so stingy with my minutes. So this is a guy with old tech that doesn't update stuff. That might just be yet another nod,
because he thinks the old stuff is better. Yeah, it's and that's the thing for photographers a lot, going from a film to digital. What's up, Haymaker? I see you, homie.
We're gonna find out Oliver's the murderer. There we go.
That would be hilarious. And
how dare you say Oliver's the murderer?
Come on, man. Look,
I'm
not saying he is. I'm just saying it's a possibility. A dude that's been through the woes of life, like him, who now thinks that his girlfriend is not his no more. Yeah,
I don't know.
He could do it.
He's crazy. Bev calls an emergency meeting upstairs, and the crew isn't sure if they should attend, but Mabel lays it down, saying it's the only way to save our lives and avenge Saz. Even with all that's going on, Oliver takes a moment to shine on camera. Like Howard reminds him that you're not supposed to look directly into the lens. He's like, that would be wrong because the camera loves me. I was dying, dude. Like this guy.
You know what else? In that whole little sequence, I don't know, did you notice? Remember when Oliver was telling him in the car, only like film from my left side, no profiles. Homie was always either going around in a circle or staying mostly on his right side, just because of that. And there's a couple times he caught him with the profile, and I think he did that on purpose.
There's some more psychopathic behavior. He's all worried about it. He almost died. He almost got shot. The two people right around him got shot, and he's worried about profile pics. He's worried about how he looks on camera. This man is awfully familiar with cameras, like 720 cameras.
Killers.
What's
what
that?
if they're both What if they're both killers, but they're competing?
Who?
They're unknowingly competing against each other. Oliver and Howard. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. They're copycat killers trying to outdo each other. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that take. That would be insane if they come up with that. That would be, yeah. Mabel once again cracks the whip, and he snaps right back too. And you gotta love the relationship contrast between her and her two olds. Like that just never gets old. I love it. As soon as they get upstairs, the sister brothers instantly hit them with a barrage of questions about how they feel after this ordeal. And the crew just keeps showing like how they're recording too. So no murdering now. We have cameras too. No killing us. Like the insanity of this ridiculous scene was awesome. Bev has everyone gather around again, like Marshall falling to create a scene, just another misdirection to throw us off his trail. But in my mind, he's like definitely guilty. But Bev just wants to show like the show will go on, and I just have a little message here from Zach saying that he says the show must go on. So, like, how much did you love the fact they just instantly cut to Zach saying, "I told her I wanted out," and then she said she sucked the pain meds out of the IV bag?
That was probably the most funniest thing he's
Bro,
the entire season.
Oh,
I'm saying it. Wait, hold on. Maybe I misremember. Who was it that he was saying did that?
Bev,
Which one? Oh, that's the
director.
producer, and it the
The
director. Yeah, yeah, something wrong with her.
Oh, she's way out there. But yeah, that was definitely one of the best thing in the whole scene. And I mean, what are we gonna find out about Bev? Is she part of like the killings, or is she just trying to save her ass in the show right now, fandom?
No, it's just pretty much like I'm not sure how much money she spent on the project. So at this point, she's doing everything she can so she can get it off.
Mabel knows how to pick them. Oliver is innocent. I don't know about that. Is Mabel
Yo,
gonna
stop with the Oliver hate now. Come on, man.
What's that?
I'm not hating. Ain't nobody
Okay.
hating on Oliver. We're just pointing out the facts.
Exactly. I'm telling you, talking about rollover minutes. They showed up a lot of old school technology, and he seems to have old school technology in the department.
Do they really not still have rollover minutes?
I don't know. I haven't heard of that in a minute.
Okay.
Also, I'm sure you noticed when Bev said the show must go on, there was only one person in that entire room who cheered. Did we notice that?
What was going on? What was going on in there?
When Bev was in there and she said the show must go on, there was one person in that room that was
It
happy.
wasn't Charles?
No.
No, it wasn't Charles. Well, yeah, that was where she was trying to get everybody to sign the NDA, right? Or no, not the NDA, but to relieve her of any responsibility or liability or anything for what's going on.
Just gonna need you to sign this little release form. Yeah. But you guys didn't notice that? Like when she said the show must go on, there was literally only one person in the room that cheered.
It wasn't.
I may have looked away, but who was it? Howard?
No, it was Marshall.
Or the writer.
It was Marshall, the writer.
Playing the long game.
What's up, Chad?
That is very sus behavior.
Do we know how Bev knew about Saz's shack in the trampoline park? Yeah, we still have no idea. I mean,
we still don't know that, but I'm holding to the theory that her and Saz were together, a couple at one point in time.
I don't even think they were a couple. Just the way Saz called her on the phone, like she called and she was talking like she was talking to somebody she'd never met before. I just figured that Saz had that thing in her name because Saz was going to try to open it up after she retired. Bev's rich. It's not that hard to look up, find out, get a private detective, find something out about Saz, and like, hey, she has this park out here.
Oh no.
And then
you wouldn't even need a private detective for that. Those are things you could look up in public record.
Exactly.
Yeah, because as for her being the landowner, that would absolutely be on file at the permit and records office.
That's the clue we really need. I've been asking since Jump Street. What was that noise that we heard in Saz's apartment? Who made the noise, and how did they just overlook? That was the most ridiculous. Like, oh well, yada.
Which part was that?
When the three of them were in Saz's apartment looking for clues, and they heard that noise in the room and didn't go check to see what it was. I was like, what? You don't remember you freaking out about that on the thing? It's like, how did nobody go check that out? Like, come on. That's one of the biggest things yet. Like, if Saz is alive and was there, like, there you go. But it wasn't Saz because all those packages were still outside.
Yeah.
Unless she was trying to create a scene like she was gone or whatever. But yeah.
I mean, that's highly possible.
But yeah, the main thing I noticed is, like I said, when she said the show must go on, one person cheered, Marshall. Why? Why is he so happy about this going on? Clever how unknowing to us the killer is filming them from different angles from every room. Like, we think it's just a show shooting, but the whole time, like, we've been watching the killer's camera coming from them, watching their every move. Like, that's so creepy. Think about it.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Right? Like, I mean, that doesn't get any creepier than that. Also, watching every move is Marshall. Like, now that they don't suspect him, they've shared just about everything that they have with him. Like,
I know.
how stupid is this? He's eye guiding, like he's guiding basically most of their movements at this point.
Oh,
Like,
it's kind of like a callback to like Jen. Because remember season 1, they didn't know, and they were like showing her the murder board and all this other stuff. So it's
Yeah.
almost similar to that.
And you
the
know what?
next line I had
with
written down right here, kind of exactly the way Jan intertwined herself in with the trio. This man is definitely the murderer.
And it's also like, why wouldn't they go check out that sus noise? Because didn't she get into Charles's building? I think was it through the closet or something? Aren't there, like she crawled into the in between the wall spaces or whatnot? That's probably what was going on at Saz's spot. Is that whoever or whatever made that noise bumped into the wall as they're running through the.
Gosh, I think Jen might die.
You think Jan might die by the end of this?
Yeah, because I think she. One reason I think
It
she's
would be in
probably
a
still in New York
shootout.
is because of she wants to like get vengeance on like who killed Saz. So she's probably gonna find
I
out
will
who
give
it
you that.
is and then die.
Yeah, but why allow herself to be spotted?
Jan?
Because she was probably because I'm still on a notion that there's like 3 murderers, so maybe she only finds out one of them, and then she gets spotted by one of the other 2, and then dies.
I think that could happen.
To like more than one murderer. Maybe she only like knew one. In reality, it was like multiple.
Oh, there's definitely.
I think it would easier happen with in a shootout.
So while Mabel is implicating the sisters, he plays right along and then reiterates how weird they are. Like, have you seen their first movie or their film movie? Like, the crew get together to watch it, and then again, Charles throws that word weird around again, like 4 more times. Like, I know when I hear the word weird on this show, I instantly think of the Westies. So is that what they're trying to implicate here, AK?
That's a good thought. I
mean,
like that. That could be it, possibly.
What's that, Phantom?
I mean, doing off Drax the weirdos now. Because out of all the people in his class, they saw them being weird. He was like, I don't see weirdness.
Right. So I mean,
yeah,
that was just
okay.
Weird. Time to say the word weird.
And that's tracks also, I think, especially now with what fandom just said. Every last one of them Westies that we've met have had some type of random shit that's just a little bit off with their behavior. So Dudenoff is attracted to weird. He seeks out the weird and broken, like Tyrion seeks out all the bastards and broken things in the world to try to help. That's what these people were for Dudenoff. That's why he gave them that deal, I think.
I mean, the daughter so far isn't weird, and all around Christmas guy, because we found out that why he's like that, because he's just covering it front so he can get some views.
I don't know. That's pretty weird this episode.
If he wanted to go back to his regular content, he could easily do that.
Yeah, but if you notice that the only time you get some good views is like you doing Christmas things, like you have almost kind of choice. But then
so incorporate Christmas. No, you can incorporate Christmas into your workout routines. That's not hard.
Yeah. But wasn't he like the one that was like questioning, like Dudenoff was like in the city and then like stop by and say anything? Or was it the pink eye guy?
I think it was the.
It was Rudy who said that. It was Rudy.
Yeah, so like I side-eyed that because he was like, "Wait a minute, he's here, even though I killed him."
Exactly. We're gonna get to that, but exactly. Like, wait. What do you mean? How can he be here? Like, he's dust, isn't he? Exactly. But yeah, they must be tied in somehow, and later we see it, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. They were all in Dudenoff's fundamental cinema class, and I'm of course guessing Howard was in this class as well. That's how they all know each other. Also in the class, or at least associated with the sisters, is none other than Vince Fish. Like, how blown were you when you saw like his face pop up on screen in their old school movie, Phantom?
I was like, what the fuck? Don't tell me this freaking to this. I was got the pink eye. One day he was like on set and boom. Pink eye.
Exactly. And speaking of Mr. Fish, what's up with that pink eye hopping back and forth? Like, he did not just say it hops, AK. What is going on with that?
I don't no, he was being sarcastic there, Phantom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why he thinks that's an excuse which again, these folks are weird because they're seeing through the nonsense and the shenanigans of it all. But you're using this like it's a real excuse, like people aren't going to notice. So yeah.
Were you both hearing all the little extra drops Howard was making this entire episode? I mean, first off, the morbid audacity of how excited Rudy is to be able to come up with this like dead lady's drone was a little unnerving. Like he was, I don't know. He didn't. That was messed up. And then second, when Charles asked Rudy, like, what did you need a drone for? It was Howard that answered real quick. Oh, we're just shooting a little behind the scene footage for the movie. Wait, what? So now Howard,
who the fuck is we?
Yeah, all of a sudden you're in with the Westies? I didn't think you knew them before a couple days ago. So what is this? Like now we're just pals shooting, just shooting stuff? Like that was sus as hell.
Super sus.
I don't know. What'd you feel about all that fandom? Because I don't know. That just gave me all the like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, after that point, I was like, okay, Howard, what you been doing on the side?
I'm telling you, it was Howard all along. So Charles stays behind with Rudy and Vince to see if they can like fly the drone into the brother sister's window to get a better look at that long case. And while they're flying, Charles asks, why would the sisters want to kill them? Like, why would they want to kill us? And they're like, no idea. Like they barely show any emotion at all. But the second he says Dudenoff's back in town, they both snap to and freaked out real quick. Like, is this
what you mean though?
What's that?
No, that's what they were thinking. I was saying, like, wait, hold, he did who? Where? What you mean? I don't understand. Possibly.
These two definitely killed Dudenoff, 100%.
They are sus.
Oh, 100%. They absolutely murked Dudenoff. They're the other.
Rudy maybe the all around the pink eye guy. He probably was like a turf. He's like, wait a minute, I got some more ham off this guy.
No, this guy, he's got patches floating back and forth. Like he is full of it. I think when they gave him those drops, like he probably went in and like punched his own eye or bashed his own eye. Like he was probably a stuntman or something back in the day. Like he probably
he saw it coming. So obviously he's gonna know how to do it in the least painful way to get it done. Yeah. And then he's gonna have these, and he probably did it. Probably I would say like maybe a day before, because swelling in that area does happen quickly, but not so quick that it would be like instantaneous. He just went in there and bashed himself in the face. It doesn't work like that.
Oh, he
so that's a very interesting. That's a very, very interesting.
I think that was kind of a nod when they showed a girl smash herself in the nose with it and make herself bleed
with the damn book. Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be a nod, like this is happening on this show. And I think he went in there and murked his own eye just so like, because he knew he was they weren't leaving without him showing him that eye. So he went in the other room. It's the
swelling though.
Well,
I mean, either way, I'm not disagreeing. You know, I'm not disagreeing that it happened, because I think it did. It's just like the way it happened is what I'm thinking about. Yeah. But yeah, still agreed.
I think that's why they showed us that. I think that's them telling us that it was him who went and did it. And then that was like the cherry, like, see, and that's why he switched the eye patch, like letting us know he never had no pink eye. This guy is a liar. And why would Charles like close the window on the drone when it's coming? Why not just let it fly back into the room and step to the side? Why do you have to ruin it? Like, you're so awkward always. Did he see? And maybe he did it on purpose. Did he see Uma down there and try to take her out with the drone? Like she already suspected him of being a murderer earlier and was calling him a murderer. So maybe she was onto something we all missed, and maybe Charles really is a murderer.
You're just blaming everybody, DJ.
I mean, look, man, the breadcrumbs are there to be followed, though.
For me, it's almost like a reaction, like, oh my gosh, that's coming to me. Let me just close the window or something. That's how I saw it. I didn't think too much of it.
I think he looked down there and saw Uma and had a chance to make it look like an accidental murder, and he's a murderer, and he closed that window just to murk her. Did you not hear? Like we didn't get a Uma scene, but we got that classic Uma dialogue. What the fuck?
I was dying. I'm like, oh my gosh, you need more, bro.
That was so good.
Next season, please.
I'm questioning one thing though. Why is it that it seems like all of these windows don't have screens?
Because they don't open. They don't need screens.
but we know they do. No, even with that, it's for the aesthetic, and it's completely cosmetic. But I'm just saying because I know how those types of buildings work, especially if they're in Manhattan. They would have all the bells and whistles, even if the windows weren't supposed to open. And we saw that some of them do clearly still open, or they can at least be jimmied open. So it's weird that there weren't screens there on any of them.
Well, like I said, they're jimmying them open, but they're painted. They have to jimmy them open because they're supposed to be painted shut.
They're painted shut, yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't really need screens on them because they're not supposed to be open. Oliver calls Loretta and admits that he was going to propose in LA, and he tells her not to talk and then spills it all. Well, she didn't talk. It was just more of a couple of grunts. And I was like, did Loretta answer the phone while being taken to Pound Town? And I have to admit, I somehow missed the scene. What's up?
No, go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
What were you about to say?
It's one of two things. One is I agree with you 100%. Them cheeks might have been being clapped. And yes, she had her phone probably up near her pillow or under her pillow. And, screens be sensitive nowadays. So she twisted the wrong way or changed position and boom, the phone answered. Or a bit more on the extreme morbid side is he doesn't know it, but he listened to her getting murdered.
That's so awesome. I love that. What do you have to say about that, Phantom?
First, I thought she just was disgusted by the whole marriage thing, and then we realized, oh, she was just filming.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. All right, I feel a lot better about this. Because I have to admit, I somehow missed this next scene completely, and I wonder if they filmed it that way on purpose. Because it sounds like you two both missed it too. The very next scene, because I got to pause it every 30 seconds to write these things out. That way you see it. The very next scene after he talks to her, they show her all wrapped up and unable to speak on the set of her show. She's wrapped up, all burned up. She can't talk. She's all mummified. I was like, what's that?
Oh, with the wax stuff?
Yeah.
In the burn, and she's on the murder burn unit of whatever New Orleans. That's the show she's on. And she's
the question, like, why did she answer it knowing that she's in that state? So
she didn't answer it. That was the whole thing, and that's why it got hung up on too. She's laid up in a mummy scene. She's all wrapped up. She can't move.
Okay, so she's on set, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, then no, I think she definitely didn't have her phone on her. That phone was somewhere, and whoever it was that did answer that call is putting little sound bites in, because if you are on set, you are not going to have your personal cell phone with you in your pocket.
That's what I'm saying. This was like her personal assistant. This is what happened. They showed. That's what I'm saying. If I didn't pause it all the time writing this out, somehow I missed this completely on the first watch.
You really missed that the first?
I didn't know. I saw it. I just didn't think it. I thought that they were just showing her for whatever reason, change in interjection in the scene or whatever. I didn't think.
I didn't realize. Yeah, no, she's on.
I saw it. Yeah,
she's all wrapped up in a mummy. She can't move. Like her arms are all like this. She's wrapped up, and it was like a personal assistant on the show that answered the phone and put it up to her ear, and she's just basically grunting, and the assistant not hearing anything that's going on. She's probably like, "Well, this is ridiculous. You can't even talk," so just hung up and then took the phone away. So I was surprised
the phone was even allowed on set. I know a lot of like freaking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way, even if the personal assistant was there, the phone would not have been able to like be recording.
Well, this is
her voice.
Well, no, I'm saying this was like between shoots or something or whatever. She obviously went up, like she just walked right up to her. So this is obviously why they're resetting something or shooting. She got a phone call. Personal assistant saw it's a call from her boyfriend, even maybe. Takes it up to her, puts it up to her ear, and Loretta is like, and the personal assistant's like, oh, well, this is ridiculous, and just hangs up. And now they have this big, huge miscommunication.
Was that before? Where was that? What
happened right after he called. This is while he called. He talked to her, said the whole thing, and then the phone hung up to him, and we see him like, oh, okay. And then he goes back in like, okay, I guess.
Right. Okay, so yeah, this is
Then the
before
very next
they
scene,
consult the sisters. Okay.
yeah. And then the very next scene, they show that she couldn't do anything but what happened. Like she had no control over the situation. So this is making him feel awful, but yeah, it's a total miscommunication.
Yeah, I'm trying
How
to
I missed that whole
rewind.
thing the first watch was just insane. But yeah.
Was this after they went to talk to them about the drone?
Yeah, it should be after.
Yeah, right after.
Okay.
Well, Oliver and no, yeah, because Charles was already back from there, and then he came into the room and talked to both of them.
Okay.
The woman will not be answering the phone during she's not Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
fun.
I honestly don't even
See,
think. Now that I'm
this
thinking
makes
about
me
it, that
feel because Giant Tamer was saying the same thing. She's like, I don't remember that because
What?
it was super choppy right then. She didn't remember that scene either. So
Really?
it's
Oh,
because I
wow.
went back, yeah. So it's only because I went back and like paused it that I even saw any of this. So
I only watched the episode once this week. Yeah, I totally saw that.
but yeah,
I didn't think it had a whole lot to do with the thing.
Probably just
But
mortified.
I got the scene up right now, so I'm
yeah,
trying to see exactly
yeah.
what it
she-
was, because she was worried about how she was going to breathe, and they said, breathe through your nose because they'll put like a little, holes in the mold so she
I
could
don't
still
even remember
breathe,
that. I don't remember seeing anything.
and
about
that's it.
But yeah, no, that's
It was
assistant.
all in the same sequence.
Yeah, the assistant walks up and right after Oliver hangs up, it shows like her in that thing. It shows her in the mummy thing. But yeah, that's crazy. So what's going to happen between Oliver and Loretta? How long until they work this little misunderstanding out, Phantom?
Probably the finale.
I think it's going to wait till the
Is
finale.
it what 8 or 10 episode season?
10.
10.
So maybe within 2 episodes, most likely.
By 8.
Yeah, they could wrap it up, or they could leave it as a cliffhanger.
So as they're sympathizing with Oliver, Howard walks in with Gravy, who is now accessorizing with a cam because now he's a spy doggy. And Gravy instantly knocks over Saz's remains, and everyone just freaks out. That is everyone except Howard. Like, Howard instantly praises Gravy for being so cute, saying this isn't your fault. Like, did Howard bring this dog in just to do this so they would see the second metal shoulder and realize that it wasn't just Saz in that incinerator? Like, he's just helping this plot along because he's the murderer.
Which I would question now. I'm like, you're telling me I looked at the got all those remains. I didn't look up to confirm like all that was Saz. Like, I
Okay, hold
Some
on.
shoddy detective work there, Williams.
See, there's the thing with what you just said. I'm thinking you think that he maybe brought the dog in and set that up. How would he know to bring that dog in unless our favorite side character is in the background in the shits and shenanigans?
Oh, he's
and she told him that it came through. Because it came from evidence, that the ashes. She brought that. If you look at the label on it, it's from the evidence locker.
Oh yeah, she said it was from the evidence locker, and she said it should be here with you instead of sitting on some dusty shelf somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think it was just the camera there. I think he could have got a tip off through her. Random wild tinfoil, but that's what jumped in my head when you said that.
Oh, this was a big one. They should, like I said, every 30 seconds they were dropping dimes in this episode. It was all over the place. Once they realize the second shoulder belonged to someone else, Mabel finally does something smart and texts the serial number to Detective Williams. And then they head upstairs and do a no holds barred, any questions, and go crazy on the sisters directly. They have no problem answering, and the crew are fairly blown away by like their candidacy. Like, they had no problem admitting that they were in the building the night of Saz's murder. I was like, wait, what? Like, how is this the first time any of us are hearing about this?
Yeah,
well, they weren't really key people yet back then. It's highly possible if we go back, we might see them in the background.
I don't know. I mean, that seems like, okay, you guys are doing a show on us. You know there was a murder in the building, and you didn't drop the dime like, oh, we were there that night. You didn't think that'd be some prudent information that we might want to know about? Like, that's a little...
Why would they need to know that, though?
You wouldn't want to know that? That's not something you would talk about if you're in that situation? Like, I was there that night of the murder. That's a big deal. That's not just an everyday occurrence. That's a pretty big deal.
But not only that,
I'm not...
snoop around because isn't that the same apartment where Dudanoff lives? So
Which apartment?
no, because Dudanoff lived in that Polonia, so it's kind of like weird that they wouldn't check up. Like, wait, is a murderer? Was he involved? Because they haven't seen him like in what 3 years.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they
Well, they
said
said he
that
wasn't
he
returning their
hasn't talked to
calls.
them in 3 years.
He wasn't. They were trying to call, but he wasn't returning their calls.
Mm. Yeah, because
But
they went mainstream.
But while questioning the sisters, Mabel gets a text back from Detective Williams with a name matching the elder shoulder, and of course, it belonged to none other than Dudanoff. So of course, everyone freaks out. The sisters have a moment and reveal why they ever took the job that was like beneath them in the first place. Like we just said, like it didn't take long, like because Dudanoff lived there, but it didn't take long for Trina to like pick back up her camera and get right back to filming. Like that's kind of morbid. So I don't know. Was she
That's
just in
what
shock or what's that?
I think that's just what they do.
That's kind of
They are content creators that live through what they see through the camera.
and
And
maybe
they're big on capturing those moments. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there was anything like random or vile or malicious in that act. That's just their mode of operation.
never stop filming. That's what he would have wanted.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Yeah.
exactly.
Stop filming. So I guess that could be. That almost made me feel like, what if this is all just a big Hollywood ruse? Like one big long sting to fool them and us into thinking this was all real. Like we know they have cameras everywhere. What if this really is just one big thing making a movie? And like they got these cameras taken out, but they're like, oh, we wouldn't put those in, and like this is just all a big fake, and they're making a movie the whole time.
Probably pissed off.
No,
Right? That would be the sickest gotcha. Oh my god.
they kind of sort of in a roundabout way told us that might actually be what it is, because she said this started off as a movie about these podcasters, but now it's turned into a found footage film about the murder of our mentor.
So
And we got all these extra cameras coming in now. I see you getting all the messages and whatnot. So it could go that route.
yeah, I'm telling you, that is the only way.
I like that thought.
That's the only way I'll accept Saz still being alive, is if she did all this to help Charles and his movie be as good as it could be. That is the only
extra.
way. That's the only way.
And if that's what happens, y'all in the chat room and y'all people that's watching this later, I called that a couple episodes ago. Just want you to know, you heard it here first, bruh.
Oh, none of those freak sisters have done can any reasonable person will consider. Yeah, that nothing mainstream than what they're doing. I don't think the sisters are involved. The only emotion they've shown is when they've heard Dudanoff being dead and being upset by it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I never thought they were involved in any murders or anything like that.
Fair enough on that.
Then they finally pan out on Tawny, who's been narrating this entire episode, and we see she is not in prison, but just wearing a fashion-forward prison look. So they show the girls in the apartments taking down all the cameras they had installed, and Oliver thinks he found one that they missed, but of course, they would never shoot in 720p. Like, of course, I'll wonder who this camera belongs to, and then Charles gets a text, and it's from Saz's phone, and it has the camera linked to it. Oliver and Mabel also both get texts as well, showing them in their homes like last week. So whoever this is, have they been watching season 1, Phantom?
No, I doubt that.
You don't think this has been going on? I do. I think this has been happening since season 1.
I do too.
Where you at?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what I was saying at the very beginning. This has been going on for the long game, like Saz said. Yeah.
Well, we know Phantom's not down with it, but how do you feel about that? They sure made a lot of dropbacks to Oliver and his old technology.
It did. I mean, the way this is going, and again, super tinfoil. Oliver may have actually known Dudanoff in that circle because he's a film teacher, which means he's probably been in the industry quite a lot, which means he's probably seen all of the different forms of arts. Working on stage would be one of those. So maybe there was something there. And I know you're trying to peg everybody as a murderer, especially Oliver, this episode, but it does kind of fit I don't know. I like the idea that that you put out there of how it's all connected, but it's not connected. It could easily be two different things that are on the same wavelength. They just don't know it.
They smashed the cam
With
and
all
decided
this.
they smashed the cam
Sorry,
and
no,
decided
my
to
bad.
bounce out of the city, but for how long? Like, how long can they really stay gone? They're gonna have to come home
An
sometime.
episode.
What's that?
I
An episode.
I wouldn't, if I were in their shoes, I wouldn't even give it an episode. If you're not safe in that building because of cameras, do you really think you're going to be more safe going outside with all of those cameras? And again, Manhattan, Phantom can back me up on this. There's literal whole ass 80 and 100 foot wide TVs hanging off of buildings that are filming. They show people walking around the streets all the time in that area. That you're going to be under more surveillance than you were in your apartment. So just stay there and do a sweep and clear all that shit out. That would be the better route.
I mean, at least you're in a gated community of some sorts. Like at least you got a Lester at the front door.
Hey, they still be walking in freaking out Charles's freaking apartment without knocking all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Do we actually still have Lester? Didn't Oliver say he's been missing at some point? So, and this is why I was saying, like in the very beginning when we were talking about access to this building, it's impossible that anyone would be able to even get up to that floors. Because again, I live in what could be considered a luxury apartment downtown in my city. All of them, you have to have specific key fobs keyed to a door. If there is a person in the lobby that's there, you have to give very significant proof that you're supposed to be there for them to let you up, especially for them to let you up without having like a dial-in fail-safe. I guess they would have to call, basically they call the person and they will confirm that yes, you're their guest. Then they let you up. You can't just get into those things easily.
Unless you're Catwoman. Catwoman gets in there.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna give Catwoman her flowers. Absolutely, she would be able to get in, but she's a special case.
Yeah, we need to figure out who was in Saz's apartment. We got to get back to LA. But I think from the way they're talking, I think they're going to be heading to Charles's sister's house.
Where she live? I don't remember.
I have no idea, but
I did like.
Oh yeah,
this building. You know what? Look, if this was trivia haymaker, I would give you 2 chuckle points for that callback. Yes. We always stand.
What's up, fandom?
Absolutely.
No, I just remember who the actress is playing Charles' assistant.
Who's that?
Playing Charles's assistant?
No, sister. That's the work from, what was it, Melissa something? Not her name.
Melissa.
She was in Bridesmaid.
Yeah, and she was in Heat. I love her.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I don't remember Bridesmaids, but Heat. Like I see now, I have to Google
Sandra Bullock. Oh my God, Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, there we go, Melissa McCarthy.
That's who's playing his sister. When did they say that?
That's awesome.
Oh damn! Yeah, I like that. Okay, see, yeah, there's definitely going to be some more shenanigans ensuing if they're bringing her in.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Are you kidding me?
I love her. That's going to play so well against Oliver.
Oh, and it says right in the credits or whatever when it's talking about the episode that they go there to be safe, but there's not going to be anything safe about it. So I'm excited to see what happens. I can't wait. Can't wait to see.
What if she's in on it? What if she's in on it? It's a sibling revenge plot.
That'd be great. That would be fantastic. I'll be here for it. I can't wait. What'd you think of this episode, AK?
Dope as fuck. Let's see. Let's out of left joints, I will give it 9.5 on the scale.
I'm with you. It's way up there.
Intriguing, the camera angles and switching to like where you're watching the lens through the show, but then it's into the hidden cameras and you can tell when those switches make. I thought it was pretty cool the way they did all that. I liked it. I like it a lot.
She's hilarious. She's one of my favorites. So yeah, guaranteed for sure. 9.0, absolutely. I'm up there with you. 9.5, absolutely fantastic.
Show.
Oh, I went a little deep on this one. I hope I didn't go too deep.
I mean, look, I might miss some, but we gonna find out.
The giant tamer, she's like, oh, ask me some of your questions. And she was like, about a couple into it, she's like, okay, don't ask me anymore. I was like, oh no.
Shout out to the giant tamer.
Went a little
She's
too deep
awesome,
on
people.
this one. But we're going to find out. Anybody out there that knows any of these answers, go ahead and put them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. Oh, starting it out. How old were the brother sisters when they got their first camera?
9.
I think the person that sent the text to the trio was someone in the apartment when they got it, so they could see the reaction. Howard. Nice. I like that. I like that. That'd be fantastic. Absolutely, Howard. And you are absolutely, Coda, seeing if they put it in the chat or not, but yep, you are absolutely correct. She was 9. They were 9. Oh, a little more of a deep dive. What kind of camera was it?
Sony DCR VX 1000.
Oh yeah, she's like, I took notes. I was ready for it. Let's get down with the get down. A little deeper dive. What date did it show Dudenoff teaching his class?
2011. 9/30 2011 to be specific.
Oh, 9/30 2011 coming in with it. Absolutely. 9, they stole it. Absolutely correct. Oh, killing it. What class was he teaching? What class did Dudenoff teach?
Fundamentals of Cinema 101.
You already know. What school did they attend for cinema?
Sheepshead Community College. I told you I was in these notes this time, man. I'm probably gonna get like the next 5 wrong, but I got you on the beginning, fandom. We in this. We're on the board.
AK is gonna put them all on her back and say, I got you. Let's do this. Oh, Sheepsheads Bay Community College. What year did they attend? What year did they start?
2011.
Oh my goodness. Damn, she said I came ready to play. What did Tony call Act 1 of this episode?
The
inciting incident.
Inciting incident.
Phantom said I came to play too. What? I came to play too. I got this.
Yeah, I majored in English. I knew the whole setup here.
I watched the show, man. I've forgotten everything. Oh, just kick back for the ride. What part of the city was the photo shoot?
This might get me. What part of the city was I almost want to say Midtown, but I don't think that's correct.
Oh, what's up? Did we finally get him on one? I'll give you a hint. Oliver said, get us the hell out of this.
This building?
No, it's a part of the town. Get us out of this hellforsaken. And what part of town they were in.
You know what is doing on me? There's no celebrity that's in that penthouse suite this season.
Yeah, I think the brother sisters are up there. I think Beth.
Yeah, that's why they were in the building.
Yeah, that's a production crew up there. Get us out of this hell that is known as, I think they called it. It was not downtown. Oh, we got them on one. Nice. You guys know this one? Put it in the comment section down below. What eatery did Jan hip the crew to that they now love to eat at?
Oh, damn it. What the hell was the name of that? I remember that freaking scene.
What eatery did Jan hip the crew to? You know, they do have good cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, good cinnamon rolls. I didn't put the name down for that. I told you I was gonna miss like the next 5. So
we can't have everybody. I mean,
we're two in.
You would have broke me if you got all these. I'd have been like, come on, this is one of the toughest ones I ever did. Are you kidding me? Oh, one of my favorite. What kind of mood did Oliver tell Uma he was in?
Excuse me. Did Oliver tell Uma he was in?
What kind of mood did Oliver tell Uma he was in?
Murderous?
Incorrect.
Scandalous, salacious? I don't know. That's 3.
Got him.
2 more, and I will reach my prediction.
Watch it, Uma. I'm in a mood. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, loved it. Where's the bodega that Dudenoff has been cashing checks on?
What?
Where's the bodega that Dudenoff has been cashing checks?
I want to say 5th Street, but that's not correct.
That is incorrect.
Where? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was some little mom and pop shop, I think. Yep, I don't got it. That's 4.
Ooh, we get him. We get him. I thought this one might be. I thought the Oliver one might be a little bit easier.
Oh wait, hey, Maker said Harlem.
That is incorrect.
Is it Manhattan?
That is also incorrect.
That's damn it. 9th Street.
Get us out of here. The hell that is. Get us out of the hell that is. That is also incorrect.
No. 5th Street.
That is incorrect.
Or Wall Street.
Nope. Oh, see if we can bring it back. What's Jan's last name? What is Jan's last name?
Did they say her full name?
They certainly did. Detective Williams said it when they said she's been spotted. 1 miss. Oh, we got it. I was about to say, you're making me feel a little bad. At first, I was like, man,
that's 5.
Yes, I thought it was tougher than this. I was like, all right, now we're back on track. We got him. Oh, what kind of message did Mabel say was in the Brother Sisters first movie?
Was in the Brother Sisters first movie.
Oh, John.
Hold on. What? Are you talking about the Pygmalion?
Mm-hmm.
What? Wait. Ask the question again, please.
What kind of message did Mabel say was in the Brother Sisters student movie?
It wasn't about sugar. Or no?
We're gonna give it to fandom. I was waiting to see if anybody else came around, but yes, it was an anti-sugar message.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. John had this one though. Jan's last name.
Bellows.
Okay.
Well done, LK. Well done. Jabberwocky.
Anti-sugar. John had that one too. Absolutely correct. Well done. Well done. Back on track. What was the Brother Sisters' first real movie called?
Define real movie.
The one that Vince was in.
Okay, so it wasn't the first one. Ooh. Damn it, I know I wrote that down. Sorry, I'm scrolling.
She said, I know I got this one in there. What was that black and white movie called that they were watching?
Damn it.
I know what it's about.
Here, let's get a little more morbid. How did the old lady die that enabled Rudy and Vince to get her camera drone?
I wasn't paying attention. Oh, wait, that's right. She got hit by the mirror of a bus.
Decapitated by the side.
Decapitated, yeah.
Of the M86 bus. Absolutely correct. Oh, what was Dudenov's first name?
Random.
What's that?
Dudenov's first name.
Random.
I said Reginald, and I'm like, wait a minute, I think I'm Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, wrong fandom. What was Dudenov? I don't know why Gary and Max jumped in my head, but that's not it.
I don't remember that. Anybody know what Dudenov? They said it. What was Dudenov's first name?
Mark.
Was Mabel who said it. Anybody knows that? Pop it in the chat box down below. What gift did Dudenov give the sisters?
Wasn't it 2 cameras? Polaroid or something?
It was 2 cameras. You know what kind?
No.
Yeah, I do not remember.
Think motel chain.
It did look like they were using the old was it a Media 8 film reel that was on back in the day with those type of cameras?
John just nailed it right there. Super 8.
Yep. Super 8. I'm claiming half on that.
They should. Obey him. It's like they straight said they would commit murder for him. Oh, crazy. Who was that was a deep dive, so I'm not gonna go there. Who was Oliver's neighbor that used to love Zabars?
What the hell is a Zebar?
He used to stay
Yeah,
down.
8mm cameras, Jake. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
He used to sit down in the lobby yelling and talking about how much he loves Zabars. Zabers.
Lester? Lewis?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's something with an L. I don't know.
Oh, anybody remember who was Oliver's neighbor that used to love Zabars? Everybody else is like talking clues later, and he just shouts out this dude's name randomly, and they're like, "What?" It's like the dude that used to like Zabars. Like you just so
Yeah, that had nothing to do with nothing, sir.
so good, so good. And last but not least, what color is Oliver's phone case?
Like almost like an aqua green tint to it,
They're all showing
or a super light blue.
I'm watching you the same way Jan got a little note. I'm watching you all the ways from season 1. I'm watching you. Who's been here since then? Who's still here? Howard. It's been Howard all along. I'm telling you.
What was he? He was in the room with them when those messages came through, right?
He said fuchsia. I will give you fuchsia. It is it's red. I'm gonna give him fuchsia. That's hilarious. What'd you say? Howard was in the room the whole time.
Wasn't what? Yeah, he was in the room with them when those texts happened, right?
Yes. Yeah. When he got there.
Which and he made sure to have that camera rolling in their face. What to see what their reactions would be to memorialize it for his trophy case.
So he could have had somebody else, one of the Westies, texting while he was there to get it all on his little murderous archive film footage, so he has it all. Zabar's the grocery store. Feel it. Oh, but that is going to do it for us. I absolutely love this one. I thought this was fantastic. I can't wait to get there. And yeah, I think we are honing in on it. Threw out a whole bunch of theories that could be, and I love all the little breadcrumbs they gave us. But yeah, it's Marshall and Howard, and one of the Westies are in on basically a whole different thing. I think it's going to be like they are like corrupt as hell, but I don't think it has anything to do with these murders. It's something else. But somebody did shoot from one of those things, so. Could be Vince. Could be Vince coming after him and hiding it all along. But was it Charles or was it Saz who's the original target? That's the one we still don't know.
Yeah, that's the mystery.
But yeah, definitely Vince and Rudy are murderers, and I believe that Marshall and Howard are murderers. But the 3 murder boards, there's definitely going to be another murder coming up, and I'm here for it. Can't wait to see it. Oh, so that's going to do it for us. You guys got anything coming up tomorrow?
No, not this week.
No, I think we are off this week. Monday we'll be back with the ladies for Rings of Power episodes 5 and 6, and then Tuesday back here with the boys talking about Penguin. Wednesday back with the ladies on my channel. We're doing an interview with the vampire episodes 5 and 6, and then we'll roll it from there. I don't remember what we're doing for trivia, but there's gonna be trivia something next Friday.
There it is. There you have it. So we'll definitely see you guys on Tuesday. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. Till we see you on Tuesday. Be easy, everybody.